Okay, yeah, we have the BCS-200. It's a 200-meter cable reel camera for boreholes. And in the red case, we have the controller box. Sure, open up so you can see. It's unboxing that. Then we got the keyboard, the remote control, and there's an aluminium flap here to act as a sun shield, but also protect the screen when the screen's closed, all the controls. Okay, oops. In the crate here, we have the camera and this is your meter counter. Sits on a G-clamp, which you can clamp onto the casing of the borehole. Right. So, all right. Yeah, we have the cable reel. All right. There's an arm. Some models come out with the arm on it with a pulley. Okay, just to go so you can go down into the borehole. All right. This is a motor option. So this is the motor. The non-motored option will have a handle on the opposite side for manual winding. All right, over here we have, as I said, the control case, the G-clamp, your two cables. This is your encoder cable. It has a 4-pin connector that goes from the controller case to the encoder, which is, there's its plug, goes on into the bottom of that. And we have this cable, which is a 10-pin, and that goes from the controller case and it goes to your camera reel, and that supplies the motor and the camera. All right, here we have the two camera options. This is the 25mm camera, nice and small to get in those small spaces, and then this is the 60mm. It's a lot heavier and has a wider view angle for inspecting casing walls. Okay, here we have the power supply and battery charger. The controller case has for the motor option, has a 20 amp hour lithium ion battery, and for the hand wind it has a 4.4 amp hour lithium ion battery. Okay, to set it up, we basically need to firstly connect our camera. This is just basically a safety harness for the big 60mm camera. So you'll see there's a lifting loop on the back. Just put that on, and then okay, that there. And then you take the waterproof connector to the camera. Just turn it slowly until it clicks in. It's normally good to put a bit of Vaseline on this connector so that it lubricates the O-ring as well for waterproofing. Okay, there we go. Now it's nice and strong. So you can pull on the cable. The cable has 120 kilogram braking strain, but the connector doesn't. So it's always good when you're using the big camera to put the connector on. If you're using a smaller camera, you don't need the lifting loop or the security loop. Okay, just setting up the camera. Once again, open. We can first take our encoder cable, which goes in the second connector here. You'll see there's a little slot in, and the slots are normally to the bottom. Okay, so it goes in there. You can fasten it up, and then this one goes into the bottom of you'll see there's a little slot there, and this one goes into the bottom there, and you tighten it up. This is of the encoder. Okay, then the other cable, the red one, is the one going to the camera, the 10-pin. It goes up there, and it goes there we go. All right, then we go. We're going to power on. Okay, there we have a picture. You can see the LED lights are on the camera. All right, and on the control case, the top right, is the to dim and brighten the LED lights. unit as I turn the encoder, and the meterage goes up. Okay, this can be adjusted. Right, then on the panel over here, the green button is to reset the counter. So if I push the green button, it clears and zeroes the counter. The counts in meters. Okay. Over here we have the charger point. Okay, there's a special lithium ion charger. Please don't use other power supplies. Lithium ion charger here to charge the battery. The 20 amp hour battery will take about 10 hours to charge up fully. All right, this is obviously your power on and off. That's your battery level indicator. There's a 2 amp fuse here protecting the electronic circuits inside the controller box, and this is your winch control. The winch control in the center, it's off. Winch up is up, and winch down is down. And then obviously this is the speed control for the winch. Okay. Over here we have the Dvr controls. All right, your menu. This is also for taking pictures while you're recording, stopping and going back in your menu. That's your enter button or OK button in the center, and these are your navigation buttons. That's the same on the remote control. You can either use these physical buttons or you can use the remote control to do any corrections or any adjustments that you want to make. The red LED just indicates that it's ready to record. This is your infrared sensor behind here. So when you're using the remote control, just point it at the sensor, and this is when the disk is operating or when it's the DVR is working. This is your USB, where you plug your USB drive in to record your videos and photographs onto. Okay, to connect your G clamp, you adjust this obviously for the diameter of your borehole. As the casing sticks out above the ground, you can put this the G clamp on there, and then when you put your camera in, you basically just lower it on the side. Like that, over the 2 pulleys, and it goes down the borehole. Okay, and then it runs over the counter and just lowering the camera and then raising it again. Okay, to do the recording, just put your USB drive in to the flash drive. All right, and then you basically just push OK in the middle, and it starts recording. There we can see the record button. While it's recording, if you push the P/P, it'll take a picture inside while the video is still recording. All right, to stop it, there's a stop button here. You push stop, and it stops recording. All right, to go to the menu, push your menu button. Okay, you can go to play the videos back, and then here's your pictures. That's the menu for your pictures. This is obviously all your settings, which will send you a manual that covers all that. But you don't need to really change anything there. It's set already. Okay, we go there. We can go look it up to the video. It's highlighted. You can go up and down with the arrows, and you basically just select the video that's there in that folder, and it'll play. There, it's playing the video now. And stop. So it'll open a folder for each time you use it, and then you just go to the video folder and open that. Okay, once you're done, you can basically just switch off. Okay, it's also good to not unplug anything until it's switched on. The same when you're setting up, make sure all the plugs are in before you switch the power on.